How's it going, y'all?
How's it going? How you doing? How you doing?
Always a pleasure. Good to see y'all again.
Jacob, how are y'all doing today?
Hey, doing well. A little chilly outside, but feeling good, feeling good.
I always love when the cold weather comes in. I'm a fan of it, but I know most people aren't.
Gotcha, yeah.
Time. You want to start, Jenna?
Yeah, so we wanted to just go ahead and clarify everything today, make sure we know everything that's needed so we can properly assess the solutions and the needs for y'all and make sure that we have everything covered before we sign over a contract or anything. So I think John today has prepared going over it.
Yeah. So basically, we wanted to start off the meeting by just first summarizing the needs that we came to discuss. So what we have with our notes is that the main needs that you have is the packaging quality, the logistics process, so customer engagement, just-in-time shipping, additional features to your logistics system, and then also values of sustainability and the integrity of your brand image. Are those the needs that we're here to discuss today?
Absolutely, yeah. Each one has a little bit of detail to it, but for the most part, yeah, that's the scope that we're
Okay, yeah,
doing.
for sure. So, could you tell me a little bit about the way that HelloFresh does its sustainable packaging currently, and the current ways that you work with your supplier, and any challenges that could come from that?
Yeah, so our current situation with our supplier is a bit mixed because I will admit our supplier is fantastic when it comes to the efficiency of the packaging. Anytime we need it, as far as if it's express or last minute, they're really good at meeting that and the amount that we ask for. Our only real issue with our current supplier, which I'll avoid using names, is that the way in which they do produce their product is a little not with our standards. It doesn't quite align with how we would like to do things. They have produce a lot of waste when they make product. They use up a lot of energy from the environment that doesn't really have a natural way of returning to the environment. And also just kind of once the customer gets the boxes, they just have to throw it away, and we can only imagine how much waste that adds. But as far as our situation with our current supplier, that's kind of mixed at the moment, but like we said, they are great when it comes to the timing and efficiency of the packaging. There's just a little give and take with that.
Got it. So their efficiency in actually meeting the standard needs of distribution, they meet just on terms of your brand image and the customer engagement. Those two needs is what they're lacking.
Exactly.
Okay, sounds good. Could you tell me more about where they're not meeting those needs? What do you think is the inconsistency of the recycling? Do you think that they would move forward trying to become more sustainable, or do you think the packaging suppliers are just kind of set in that way and that they won't meet those needs long term?
So with our company, we are still a little smaller at the moment. We're trying to expand globally, but at the moment, the packaging company that we work with is far bigger than us, and they're working with far more clients. So the way in which they operate, we do not feel like will change anytime soon, but it would be nice to be able to find someone that could potentially change in the way that we need them to and be able to work hand in hand rather than kind of listening to a higher up or listening to a more organized company. So at the moment, we don't feel like they would change, but again, they meet our needs as far as getting the product to the customer. So there's at least something that we can benefit from that.
Okay, I see. So would you say that you would like a supplier that works more from a customer co-creation perspective?
Hypothetically, yeah. Communication, any type of sustainability, or just anything as far as not how fast we can get the product, but what the product is once we get it.
Okay, got it. Like you mentioned, on terms of the sustainability, the way that they actually distribute the packages, how the customers just throw them away afterwards, usually, especially in peak demand when they're making more of these customized orders. What do you think would be the implications of these issues if they continued long term on terms of your brand image?
As far as brand image goes, since we are a younger company, I feel like that would really set us back a few notches, just being we're eco-friendly, we like to recycle, go green and whatnot, but once the customer gets the product and it's a very like somewhat cheap material, somewhat like very generic, very like industrialized material, it doesn't really align with what we say. And so having that kind of like that unalignment with what we're saying versus what we're actually giving could just really, really sully our name. So implication-wise, I don't feel like the company that we're working with currently for packaging would really help us grow as a brand, as an image, as a product for the customer.
Got it. What you say as well, because of the way that they don't engage with the customers themselves, there's also like a lot of data and insight that y'all are missing out on on terms of quality as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Just as far as analytics and responding with the customer, we do not have a department with that, and our packaging company doesn't handle that at all. All of their communication is internal and not with us. So any data or statistics or any customer feedback goes directly to them, and they keep it within their own facilities.
Got it. Okay. So, just to talk a bit more about on terms of what we can provide for these needs. So, in terms of the quality, I know with our second meeting that Jenna brought in some demonstrations. She got to stand on the box discussing like the quality of the packaging and recycling. Basically, our logistics cycle is 100% recyclable, the materials. And in terms of the customer data aspect and customer engagement, we offer a lot of marketing campaigns through our social media and our website to basically educate our partners, customers as well, on how to reuse the packaging that we give so that it doesn't have to immediately become this like huge cycle of recycling.
Yeah.
That becomes more difficult, so we do try to reuse the packaging before it's actually cycled back into the process.
Wow, okay.
We would also want to talk more about your brand image as well. In terms of sustainability, we are on the forefront of doing distribution and the packaging on that side.
Okay.
We have a lot of the same values as a company, and as we mentioned, the Sustainable Partners Program is a education and sustainability initiative that we have where our partners, we host these community events, and we can also boost the brand image in that way. And we usually offer discounts and promotional events to customers in those times of peak demand to bring on more customer saturation as well.
Gotcha.
Do those solutions sound good to you?
Absolutely. I think that would be really nice for kind of helping us out, and especially the way you all internalize and have all of those locally sourced productions and values as far as, like you said, communication and analytics just on your end is really nice to be able to work with a single person and get all of that. So I feel like that would really eliminate some of the communication kind of interceptions and difficulties that we might have in the process.
Great. Do you think, specifically on terms of customer co-creation, how do you feel that would alleviate some of the problems that you have if you had a supplier that can work and consult on that deeper level as well, in terms of your brand image?
If we were to have someone that could customer co-create in the way that you say you should be able to, I feel like that would really yield us a very high customer kind of retention rate as far as working with the customer, they like the product. If they do things like, make it into crafts or something like that, then they're like, wow, that was fun, I should order more from them, and just kind of, having them stay with us and really kind of strengthening that relationship with the customer and just the way that could do for a brand image. Not to mention, you said your PR team. I feel like all of that kind of in lieu of each other would just be amazing at making our brand kind of shine through for the customers, and also, word of mouth would really spread, especially around holiday season in the summer when we get like these huge kind of volumes. So just overall, I feel like that would really strengthen us as a brand.
Okay, yeah, nice. So I made notes of everything. I'm going to hand it off to Jenna now to discuss more about the solution.
Okay.
So with HelloFresh striving to build a more sustainable brand image, and with us at Prep Packaging holding such high values and sustainability also, we believe that a partnership together will bring both our companies high satisfaction and brand recognition with corresponding values, raising environmental awareness, and just generating greater customer satisfaction as well. I remember in the last meeting, y'all asked some questions about our sustainability processes. And just to give y'all a visual, I wanted to bring in some of our logistics and statistics that we have with our sustainability. So with building our brand image, these are available to all of our customers and everyone on the internet who researches Pratt Industries, just so they can see firsthand how much we strive to eliminate a bad economic and environmental footprint. So every single day we save almost 90,000 trees, 35 million gallons of water, 20 million kilowatts of electricity, 16,500 cubic yards of landfill waste, and we try to eliminate 5,000 tons of greenhouse emissions. And just for like a fun little promo that we've been doing at the moment, we have the front of our website showing that we save 5 football fields of trees every hour, just to give people a better visual of how much we do for the environment. Because if we say like millions of gallons or this many like kilowatts, people can't visualize that as well. So it's just a fun little thing. It's 5 football fields every hour.
Okay.
Does this help to improve your vision of our sustainability, as we had talked about last meeting? And does this provide like a solution for the sustainability needs that y'all need?
I believe so. I would like a little more detail on the statistics,
Yeah.
but we can always follow up with that later. But yeah, that visualization seems really nice for the customers. And like you said, if they just look up the website, they'd immediately be greeted with that. So very, very presentable brand, yeah.
Right. Is there any other questions that y'all would like to discuss in terms of what we're offering?
We like what y'all just discussed, but I think we're very hesitant with the sizing of the boxes because the sizes being too big. We was kind of wondering and concerned if it's going to be efficient for our shipping services with the boxes.
The
being so big.
customability.
Yeah, and also durability as well too, because temperature. How temperature can change and things like that. Food can also spoil and damage. And we just want to make sure that a sturdy box will be impressive and the quality of it will look great to our customers as well.
Oh yeah, we completely understand that y'all want the best, most accurate quality that we can give you with you buying such high volumes of packaging material from us and shipping it out every week. We want to make sure that we are ensuring that we're giving you the type of quality you need. So you said that sizing was one of your main concerns, right? And you said that with sizing you think too big of boxes is your concern?
Yeah, because we don't want too big of a box, but we also don't want too small of a box.
Oh,
We
yeah.
want the right, proper size so that our customers can remain satisfied and continue purchasing from us.
Yeah, I completely understand with the sizing, and obviously if you have too small of boxes, you can't fit all of the contents of the meal prep in there, and you'll possibly be shorting your customer the ingredients that they need. So we definitely want to avoid the smaller size boxing, and with the bigger size boxing, that can also be such a big problem. You think bigger is better, but it definitely isn't. Because I can already think of two main concerns that too big of boxes could lead to. If the box is too big, it can cause extra space in the box, which can allow the food to move around, I'm sure, which can cause it to get squished or rot faster by it being like smushed. So we definitely want to avoid that. And if we do give y'all too big of boxes, then you might try to solve that by putting in more fillers, such as bubble wrap or foam, which can increase waste for both of us, which we definitely want to avoid. So does that sound like two main concerns that come from you from bigger size boxes?
Yeah, it do. It definitely sounds better. We just want to be able to drive sustainability, enhance customer satisfaction, and make sure we maintain financial growth. And also with our logistics costs, we want to make sure it's definitely cost efficient for us so that we can save on our long-term gains and we won't have to just have inefficiencies in our financial growth.
Yeah, I completely understand. All of that makes sense. And just as you just said with the pricing, buying bigger size boxes all the time and buying that extra material will definitely do waste and more finance as well, which we want to avoid. So to try and combat that, I think the best that we could, or the best way that we can help decide how to fix that problem is by coming into the HelloFresh factory and seeing all the type of different sizes of meal preps that you have, whether it's for one person 4 times a week, a family of 4, with how many different meal preps will go into each box, so that way we can accurately build the right size boxes for you, because all of our boxes we can make to custom lengths and widths and heights and everything like that, to make sure that it'll correctly fit everything you'll need, and we can send you multiple size boxes, obviously just not one box for it all. We'll send you all multiple size boxes that can accurately fit those meal plans. Does this solution seem like it would fit? Does this solution seem like it would accurately assess that problem?
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
I'm so glad. And I just wanted to go back over price, because I know we had talked about price in the last meeting. Were y'all able to look over the terms that we sent in the contract over the weekend, which talked about the discounts that we could give you by partnering and your delivery drivers picking up the extra boxes from your HelloFresh customers and delivering them back to us to improve our recycling materials?
We were able to show that to our other colleagues, and we're very appreciative of you guys looking out for us on the price and bringing it down to where it's affordable for us. Like I said, we appreciate that, and yeah, we think we're ready.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we could come back that solution for you and find a price that y'all are comfortable with.
And just to reassure you too, on terms of packaging, in our sales pitches, we usually try to be, show off a little bit by standing on the boxes and stuff. But yes, we do make multiple custom sizes. And on the terms of customer engagement, when we visit HelloFresh, we have a very great PR team. We can also integrate the reusability concepts to the customers to match any marketing campaigns that y'all have as well, just to reassure you on that as well.
And one thing to add, I don't want to seem like I skipped over it. You also said durability was a concern for you? Yeah, so with the durability, we can always do thicker size boxes to make sure that they are stable enough for the meal prep. So, because you don't want the same thickness for a small box that's carrying one person's 4 days of meal prep versus a whole family's meal prep. So by also when we come to the factory, we can assess how thick we think the packaging needs to be able to combat the need for durability and make sure we give you all the strongest boxes.
Okay.
The strength of that box that we brought into that sales pitch, I've seen some pretty impressive where they can have some pretty small boxes that can still do the same thing. So.
Okay.
Well, everything discussed, does it seem like something that you would like to move forward with?
What do you think?
I feel like this would be beneficial for both of us. The only real issue I have at this point is the shaping of the box. Is that something we could also work with? Where if they're more of the foreign cuisine that is more niche, like purelets and noodles and like Pocky, where they need more circular, more like cylindrical boxes, would y'all be able to do shapes like that as well?
That is definitely something that we can do for you if you give us some sizes, if y'all wanted to do some holiday special boxes or anything like that. I think that's a great way for your brand image to
the more shapes, the more creative.
Yeah, it definitely adds so much creativity. So we love that question. And you can definitely give us some ideas you have, and we'll make some prototypes and send them off to y'all.
Sounds great. If y'all are willing to, or if y'all are willing to like throw out that level of advice and kind of like tactical advantage, I'd be great to sign it.
Yeah, of course. We want to make sure that we can give you all the best boxes, the best value boxes, the best quality boxes, and make you the happiest that we can. So we're very excited to start this partnership with y'all.
Glad to hear you all have so many variable strengths in your deck today. Let me read over this real quick.
Yeah, so that's the contract and ensuring the start of our partnership together. So definitely take a minute to look through that, make sure that everything looks good, and once you sign it, we'll be ready to start our partnership. Thank y'all for meeting with us today. We're so excited for our future partnership and to see you all next.
Thank y'all for meeting with us today.
Yeah.